Welcome to volunteering at the Lawrence Humane Society. On behalf of the staff, directors, and animals of the shelter, we would like to thank you for contributing your time and dedication to our sheltered pets. We look forward to working with you. This training package is designed to teach new shelter volunteers to work safely with shelter dogs and encourage good behaviors that will help the dogs be adopted. When this training is complete, you will understand the role of volunteers at the Lawrence Humane Society, know how to find your way around the shelter and find the supplies you'll need for working with sheltered dogs, know how to keep yourself and pets in the shelter safe, describe why good behavior is important for sheltered dogs, learn strategies to decrease problem behavior and increase good behavior in sheltered dogs, and be able to safely walk and teach sheltered dogs. The video you're about to watch includes maps to show you where to find important supplies and areas both inside and outside the shelter. This video also includes pictures to highlight important ideas or materials, and video clips of volunteers working with sheltered dogs to help show you how to teach dogs safely and correctly. These clips, just like the one you see here, will include on-screen text to help highlight important steps of the volunteers' work. The video will conclude with a full start-to-finish example of how to safely and effectively walk a sheltered dog. You may pause or stop the video at any time to review or rewatch information. This training package includes 7 short videos. If you'd like to go back and rewatch any section of the video, check out your training study guide. There's an outline of all training material included in the packet. This training package also includes a training study guide. The questions in the study guide will occur in the same order as they appear in the video. Please answer these questions as you watch the video. The questions are designed to test how well the training works and can help identify any places where you may need additional training. Pause the video now and review the study guide to help prepare for the questions that follow. When you're ready to volunteer, return your completed study guide to the Lawrence Humane Society. Take time to tour the shelter, finding all the supplies you'll need to volunteer. Finally, let staff know when you're ready to work one-on-one with a trainer who will support you and give feedback on your work. These suggestions are to help increase the safety of you and the animals and to make you more effective as a volunteer. Finally, it's important to know that this video is only the beginning of your volunteer training. Each new shift at the shelter brings new opportunities for learning and improving skills. You'll learn a variety of new skills and shelter policies as you take on different roles in your time with the Lawrence Humane Society. If you have questions at any time, be sure to contact a staff member for more information. Volunteers are very important to the Lawrence Humane Society because your work helps sheltered pets get adopted. This section of the video will describe the volunteer role to help you better understand what you can do to help. Let's begin by addressing some common misconceptions that new volunteers have about our program. The first misconception we often hear is, isn't volunteering just walking dogs? Exercise is only a small part of what sheltered dogs need. Dogs living in shelters may come from a wide variety of backgrounds. For instance, some of our dogs have never learned how to walk calmly on a leash. Some dogs may have learned that jumping on people is the best way to get attention. Some dogs may have never been around other dogs, so they'll need to learn how to get along with others. Each dog in the shelter will have individual needs, and some of these needs are very special. Because of those needs, volunteers need additional training to be able to teach a wide variety of dogs. This training will help make sure that both volunteer and dog are working safely together. The training will also help the dog learn better because volunteers will teach skills consistently, which will lead to better behavior and more adoptable dogs. Another common misconception we hear is dog owners know what to expect from dogs, and they have all the experience they'll need to volunteer. It's important to remember that dogs in a home have a lot of privileges that dogs living in shelters don't. For example, dogs in homes have access to regular exercise, to socialization and affection from people, and even some simple training. Dogs in a home even have more room to stretch out and relax, leading to a dog that's much less stressed out than a dog living in a shelter. Having experience with your own dog will help, but dogs in shelters have special needs that dogs living in a home don't have. The needs and abilities of each sheltered dog will be a little different, and volunteers need training to learn the skills necessary for teaching all sorts of dogs how to learn good behaviors that will help them get adopted. Teaching good behavior is one of the best things volunteers can do for sheltered pets. Volunteers spend more time with dogs than anyone else in the shelter and are the main source of human interaction for dogs at the shelter. Having more contact with these dogs means that most of the skills they'll learn will come from volunteers, not paid staff members or professional trainers. Your role as a dog walker will focus on teaching sheltered dogs good behavior, and you'll make a big difference in helping dogs get adopted from the Lawrence Humane Society. Having good behavior helps sheltered dogs. Dogs who have good behavior have better skills for getting attention and affection from people, and they get more opportunities for exercise and time with people because they're fun to be around. Adopters are more likely to adopt a dog with good behavior and less likely to return that dog to the shelter for behavior problems. It's simple. Good behavior helps dogs find and stay in their forever homes, and may ultimately help ensure that they have a long and happy life. Every interaction we have with sheltered pets is an opportunity to teach them the skills that will help them be adopted. This video will show you some simple ways to teach sheltered dogs good behavior. This section of the training video is now complete. Be sure that you've answered all the questions in your training study guide, and when you're ready, move on to the next section of the training video.